you told them this. So I don't know. I've had enough of this fucking story, but I actually see the other side of it. And I love when I can do that. I love when I can wake up and say, I thought one thing, and it's not that I don't think that, but I really could see the other side of it as well. So I see both sides of this one. Don't care. Move on. The news cycle. We've got to find something else to talk about. Juicy Joe has weighed in. I understand what's happening. A lot of you came for Juicy and said, oh God, Gia put him up to that. I just feel they should all, if you want this to go away and it's so cringy and the Giudice family, just leave it alone. The news cycle, remember Erica and Tom? No one even cares practically about anything going on now with them. But it will fade. It's not going to take 6 months to fade. It will fade by tomorrow morning. But Juicy did leave a comment on Instagram that said, because everyone's like, Joe, this is so concerning, you have to weigh in. Juicy said, and having interviewed Juicy for an extensive period of time, he said, he comes off pretty weird. He said he comes off pretty weird, just didn't come across well. He's actually not a bad person. I met him a few times. So Juicy's saying he comes off pretty weird, just didn't come across well. He's actually not a bad person. I met him a few times. He's just saying, like, I get it, guys. This guy can come across weird, but I've met him a few times. He's not a bad person. Now, I didn't really get into the weeds on this, but I saw that headline now became a like Juicy Joe thinks Louie's weird, which again, you said it. You said it. So it's not that strange. But Juicy has now issued a statement. And yes, I do think Louie and Teresa are like, we need you, Juicy. But I think he tried to clear it up with his, what are you doing? And that didn't go over well. Granted, I don't know why you're using the word weird. I understand you're saying he's a good guy. He just comes across as a little weird, but he's not really that bad. Well, that's not how the media works, Joe. They're going to focus on the word weird. So apparently that got out of control. And Juicy has now issued a statement that said, I don't know why everyone has to take everything out of context. I know there are a lot of stories out there saying I commented badly on Louie. I spent time with Louie, and I want to say I would never say anything wrong about him. Louie is a great guy and very good to my daughters. My daughters are very fortunate to have him in their lives. I'm grateful for that. That's all I have to say. Enough with the BS. So there you go. Now, if you spoke like that and you spoke that, now granted, did Louie write this? I mean, did Juicy write this? That's a whole nother thing. But let's not get into that. This is how you should speak when you want to make a statement. Keep it short, keep it concise. If you don't want all this media drama, I wouldn't use the word thongs and I wouldn't use the word weird. I just think there it is. Did Juicy get persuaded to write this? I mean, probably, yeah. But there is his final statement on this. He is grateful. He has enough to say. He's enough with the BS. And I've kind of had enough of New Jersey. So let's see if we're still talking about it in 2 weeks. If something happens every day in New Jersey with Louie, Teresa, you can rest fucking assured I'm going to speak about it. I will speak about it and I will give my real opinion, but I'm over New Jersey right now. Bryn has commented that she was on Watch What Happens and the return for RHONY, for anyone out there who's excited and watching RHONY, is October 1st. October 1st, RHONY is coming back. And of course, Bryn is saying we were freshmen last year. Now we know what we're doing. We're full-blown housewives. I'll believe it when I see it. I don't know about that. She's saying Jenna and Erin were her MVPs of the season. They both stepped up and kind of acted the most crazy. And she is also saying that she is closest outside the cast to Jenna. So apparently Jenna brings it. I did not see that the first season. I guess we'll see it this season. I don't know. Sarah says it's so good. A lot of you like the RHONY. I am going to try to get very excited about it. I hope that just like last season with Salt Lake, where nothing was leaked. I mean, I guess that's the good thing is like, I like when nothing gets leaked. I like it. We don't really know that much about Beverly Hills. We don't have a lot of leaks from Salt Lake. We didn't have Monica Garcia, Reality Von Teese leak. So I'm hoping that everyone is keeping this close to the vest. I mean, we have to remember this cast on New York. They are social media savvy. They're not the OGs, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing online. So maybe everyone's just keeping a great secret. I am, again, just like I'm now seeing the other side of this, possibly with Louie, or I see both sides. I am happy to be proven wrong and blown away by the new season of RHONY. And apparently Jenna steps up and is MVP as well as Erin. So there's that. October 1st, there you go. Kyle has come forward. Garcelle recently said that Dorit is basically entering her bitch phase, and I am paraphrasing, of her bitch phase of RHOBH. And, let's see what happens. Kyle is now saying that they're not in a good place. She is clarifying. Everyone said that it was Lisa Rinna's birthday and they all went to Cipriani's in Beverly Hills, which is so freaking amazing. And if anyone is in LA or going to LA, I like Cipriani's. I can see why people don't like it. It's just like, she, but it's just so, I don't know. I just love the food at Cipriani's. I love the one in New York. It's one of my places, but she took Lisa Rinna, Erica Jane, and Dorit out for their birthdays at Cipriani's, and she is saying all three of their birthdays happened. I took all three of them. It was not just Lisa Rinna's birthday. And despite the fact that I took Dorit out for her birthday, we will probably get to a good place, but we are not in a good place now. So I'm here for it. I hope Dorit brings her real self. I hope Kyle brings her real self. I hope it's a great season of Beverly Hills, but Kyle wants everyone to know she's not in a good place with Dorit at the moment. And the rumor is that in addition to Dorit entering her bitch phase, that in addition to her entering her bitch phase, that she is basically, the cast is over her, that she is like complaining, and that she's complaining, yeah. And like, woe is me, poor little rich girl, blah blah blah. And we'll see. We will see what happens. They're not here for, like, you broke up with your husband and it's 27 years and that's not easy, but regardless of that, we all go through problems. So apparently the cast is very over Kyle, crying like, woe is me, and here are all of my problems. What else can we talk about? Marc Daly, Kenya's ex, has come alive and has spoken, and he is saying that he loved his time on RHOA. And producers were not really his friend, but everyone else was great. And he calls Andy Cohen a snake in chief. So Andy is a snake in chief, according to Marc Daly. And he says, you guys know that you did Kenya dirty. So he's saying, you did Kenya dirty, and that he would never let that happen if he was there. If he was there, Kenya never would have basically spoken